Hello, and welcome to our channel. Today's story is The Girl the Desert Forgot. The desert has a way of swallowing sound. Out there, under the burning Mojave sun, even a scream dies before it reaches another ear. That's why when Jack Morgan spotted the girl, no one else knew she was even alive. She was slumped against the base of a twisted mesquite tree, skin covered in dirt, lips cracked, eyes half closed. A rope hung loose from a branch above, frayed and swinging, as if someone had left a job half done. Jack slowed his horse, boots hitting the sand as he slid down. The air was heavy, the silence heavier. He crouched, touched her wrist. Faint barely there. Whoever had left her meant for the desert to finish what they couldn't. Jack wasn't about to let that happen. He lifted her gently, surprised at how light she felt, almost like carrying a bundle of sticks. He placed her across his saddle, mounted up, and spurred the horse toward his small ranch, dust rising behind him like a warning to the sky. Back at his cabin, he laid her on a cot inside. He fetched water, pressed the rim of a cup to her lips. At first nothing, then slowly she swallowed, a drop at a time. Her breathing steadied, her eyelids fluttered but didn't open. Jack sat back, studying her. Who was she? Why had someone strung her up like that and left her to die? Hours passed. The desert sun sank. Shadows stretched long. Finally, she stirred. Her voice came out rough, like sand scraping wood. "Where am I?" "Safe," Jack said. "For now. Name's Jack Morgan. You?" She hesitated. "Clara." Jack nodded. "Clara, you were left for dead out there. Who did this?" Tears welled in her eyes, though no sound came. After a moment, she whispered, Men from town. They said I wasn't clean anymore." Jack frowned. He didn't push. Trauma had a way of knotting the tongue. But he made himself a promise. Whoever had done this would answer for it. The following days, Clara regained strength. She moved slowly around the cabin, helped with simple chores, though her eyes never lifted much from the floor. Jack noticed the scars on her wrists, the bruises fading, but not forgotten. At night, she sometimes cried out, thinking he couldn't hear. On the fourth evening, as coyotes howled in the distance, she finally spoke more. They said I brought shame. Said I wasn't worth keeping. They wanted me gone. Jack's jaw tightened. He'd seen cruelty before, but this cut deeper. "Shame's on them, not you," he said quietly. Clara met his eyes for the first time. Something passed between them, trust, fragile as glass. News traveled slow in the desert, but eventually whispers reached Jack. A rancher's daughter had vanished. Folks muttered about dishonor, about disgrace. The family had washed their hands of her. To them, Clara no longer existed. Jack couldn't stomach it. He had fought in wars, seen men torn apart, but nothing sickened him more than people discarding their own blood like spoiled meat. He kept Clara hidden, letting her heal, letting her breathe without judgment. One morning, Clara stood at the doorway, watching the horizon. "They'll come for me," she said softly. "They won't let me just disappear." "Then they'll answer to me," Jack replied. It wasn't bravado. It was a simple fact. Jack had lived by a code since the war. Protect what's worth protecting, no matter the cost. Sure enough, riders showed up a week later. Dust clouds marked their approach, long before their faces did. Jack saddled his horse, rifle slung over his shoulder. Clara stayed inside, trembling. 3 men reined up at the gate. Their leader, a stocky man with a sneer, called out, "We're looking for a girl. She don't belong out here." Jack stood firm. "Ain't no girl here for you." The man spat in the dirt. "She's ours to deal with. Family business." Jack's eyes hardened. Family don't leave their own to die. The standoff stretched long, the desert holding its breath. Then, slowly, the men turned their horses and rode off, muttering. Jack knew it wasn't over. Men like that didn't give up. But for now, Clara was safe. That night, Clara sat by the fire, hands wrapped around a tin cup of coffee. "Why are you helping me?" she asked. Jack shrugged. Because someone should have. Because you deserve better than what they gave you. Tears slipped down her cheeks, but this time she didn't look away. The desert outside was wide and merciless, but inside that small cabin, for the first time in a long time, Clara felt human again. Days rolled into weeks. Jack taught her how to ride, how to mend fences, how to hold a rifle steady. She learned quick, determination burning in her eyes. The desert hadn't broken her. It had only hardened her resolve. One evening, as the sun bled red across the horizon, Clara spoke with a strength Jack hadn't heard before. I'm not going back, not ever. If they want to come, let them. But I'll stand this time. Jack smiled faintly. That's the spirit. And so they stood, two souls the desert had tried to erase. Finding in each other a reason to fight, a reason to keep breathing. The Mojave kept its silence, but it could no longer swallow theirs. Thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts on the story in the comments below. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe for more amazing stories.